So as a business psychologist, I have some special tools that I can apply. If I were to describe the program in a nutshell, Joe, it really comes down to two things, and that is assessment and then action.
Okay.
Now, the assessment needs to take place at the individual employee level. I also do the assessment at the company level, at the organizational level, right? Because you have to, relational aggression, a key aspect of it is that it's covert, right? It's gossip, it's rumors, it's underhanded, and it's complex, and it's a people issue. That's why you have to bring in business psychologists to help out with it. So oftentimes what's underpinning a lot of it is personality issues, right? Imagine if you have somebody who has narcissistic personality traits or psychopathic personality traits. It's important to know that, to get to that as a root cause. And so that's why you'd want to bring in a business psychologist who can assess for that, see what's going on, again, at the individual employee level. So identify the problematic employees, assessing the problematic employees, but also the targets of the relational aggression, assessing them to see what strengths they have, how they can be more resilient in the workplace, teaching them ways to deal with relational aggression. So working with the individual employees, doing a thorough assessment, you got to understand what the problem is if you're going to be able to address it effectively. But then at the organizational level, you have to ask yourself the questions, what about this organizational environment, if anything, helps create or maintain this problem of relational aggression. Oftentimes in organizations, a lot of the behaviors that the employees do cascade down from senior leadership. So what an assessment looks like at that level is me getting together with senior leaders, building the rapport, building the trust, asking the right questions to get them to open up about
How do they
some
react
issues.
to that?
Well, if you position yourself as somebody who's helpful, they react quite well to it, right? And usually when companies contact me, they're having problems with relational aggression, or they're having problems related to relational aggression. They don't even know it's relational aggression, but there's, hey, Gary, we got an issue here, right? We're losing people, we're losing high performers, we're getting complaints to HR. Can you help us out? So they're pretty open arms to that.
Okay.
And when I start talking about relational aggression and the whole Mean Girls thing, I mean, immediately people are like, oh, yep, we get it. Because it's happened to just about everybody, right? They get it. And again, they see it widespread. So they're pretty open to the idea because I'm helping them out, right?
Okay.
So assessment and action, individual assessment, assessment at the company level. And in both cases, what I'm doing is I'm facilitating insight into the problem. Funny thing about relational aggression, right, since it is so covert, when you shine a light on it and comes to the fore, the people who are doing the relational aggression, usually they do it for kind of social power and that kind of thing. If it's covert, it works and they can maintain that.
Right.
But the minute people, a light shed on it, and the minute people start to realize that, oh, hey, that's the person that spreads rumors about people, that's the person that tries to undermine folks, it turns against that person. All of a sudden, that person starts to get rejected by other people at work. They're identified as somebody who's problematic. So, again, my process involves generating insight into what relational aggression is and who's perpetrating it and how to make the victims more resilient. Motivating people to take action again, to deal with it. Insight, motivation, skill building, helping people develop the skills, teaching them how to handle relational aggression. Real-world practice, giving them exercises, help talking through real-world instances at work to help them understand how to handle scenarios even more effectively. And then the last piece is accountability, putting an action plan together for both the organization and for individuals. Hey, here's the things that you're going to work on, here's the things that you're going to learn, here's the things that we're going to do in order to help you deal with the relational aggression in the workplace.